Oh my goodness. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Unlock Psychology with Shweta. And so sorry guys for the delay. I mean, things have been really uncomfortable for me to actually turn up live at the point where I've like put it up. So thank you for bearing with me and I mean, just taking care of the fact that you people compromised. And I'm just going to wait for some time so that, few of you could join because I see there is hardly anybody who's joined so far. So I'm just going to take a moment. Anyways, I mean, whoever has joined, I would like you to just wave at me so that, I get to know that you're there. And so today, guys, I've decided to speak about the topic that how do we actually decide which career to choose. Okay, so this is something that I decided that I'm going to take it up this week because I mean the kind of questions that I've been receiving based on that, as I said, that I usually decide my topic of the day, I mean topic of the week for that matter. And based on the kind of questions I've been receiving, that इतने सारे options हैं, BA करे, BSc करे, BCom करे, या साइकोलॉजी में ही कौन से ऑप्शंस हैं, कौन से कॉलेजेस अच्छे हैं. I mean, there were wide range of questions that came to me, and that made me realize that I desperately and badly need to speak over a fact that how can one choose the right career for themselves. Like पिछले कुछ हफ्तों में एरिका ने भी बोला था that she had a keen interest in psychology, but parents are really not up for sending or letting her do psychology as her career option, and they had their own reasons and factors behind it. So apart from that, yes, in today's session we will have a very detailed discussion about all of this. Thank you guys for joining in, and I really want to apologize one more time for not being able to make it at 7:30 today. There was an emergency and I had to rush for that, and because of that reason I couldn't make it at 7:30 today. So please accept my humble apologies for the same, and thank you for popping up at a really inconvenient time for most of you, but thank you so very much. Hi Crazy, hi Divya, hi Articted. I don't know what that is but then hello. Yes, so um hi Adrita, hi Anushka. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. You guys are wonderful. I mean, you people made it at this time as well, so I'm pretty glad and happy about it. So yes, I mean, how many of you have been facing the question of what to do in future? I mean, how to actually, decide what is good for you and what you actually should do. So yes, so Pranika, first of all, I really want to thank you for being the first person to watch all my videos, and the first person to like, and also the first person to comment on my videos. So you've been doing a lot of firsts on my videos, so I really want to acknowledge that. So thank you so much for doing that. So Adrita is saying, "Ma'am, do you remember me?" Okay, Adrita, I may have a really pathetic memory, but then even if I don't remember, but then I totally love you. Trust me for that. Okay, so Teresa is saying, hi, how are you? I'm very well, Teresa. Thank you for joining me today. How are you doing? So Nidhi Rathore, I have. Okay, so a lot of you have been facing this problem. So yes, this is the reason I decided let me take up this topic. Let me have a discussion that how can we actually figure it out. Okay, so here are a few things that I'm going to be talking about in today's video, which is going to be something that will help you to figure out that what's something that you should do to actually figure out what's good for you in your future. Okay, so the first thing, guys, कल रिजल्ट आने के बाद ही पता चलेगा करियर का क्या होगा. That's a very valid point. I mean, I really have to say it's absolute valid point. But all I would say is that you people should not worry about it because you never know यार क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा. And I, to an extent, I mean, I'm not a total, but I, to an extent, a believer of things, believer of destiny, believer of the fact that things which are supposed to happen will happen to you. So I am a firm believer of that. Even though, I also at the same time totally and totally believe in karma, but I also feel that, to an extent, there is a role of your luck as well. There's a role of your destiny as well. So yes, I am a person who believes in both. I'm a person who believes that hard work is necessary, but things will happen to you only when it's meant to be. So no matter how much amount of hard work you've done in your life, trust me, I mean, I've had personal situations like this is the thing that made me believe on this fact. So, ma'am, I have a question. Can you please take some material of a higher level, like a graduation level? Okay. So, yeah, I know, Pranika, that you're looking for something for graduation, but the point is the concepts remain the same. Can you see it over there? That board I picked up to actually make a video for my YouTube. But trust me, I haven't got time to do that, and it is becoming difficult as and when the days are actually passing by. It's getting really hard for me to actually make it. So even though I'll try my best to come up with at least basic concepts related to psychodynamic, behavioral, cultural, then your humanistic, existential, all of them, I'll try my best to actually try and do and cover something related to that. So the crazy things have a doubt. I have decided I will choose subjects like English, political science. My favorite subject, psychology. This combination is high. This combinations are right or not? Please tell me, ma'am. Okay, so these combinations, first of all, the crazy thing that you need to see, dear, that things which are right or things which are wrong, that totally depends on your interest. That should be one thing that you need to keep it very clear in your mind. Okay, anything that suits somebody else will 100% not suit you if you have keen interest in these subjects. If you think that having variety of subjects is going to open more avenues for you in the future, then please go ahead. Nobody in this whole world can question you on that. I mean, I know children, I know students who've done advertisement along with the combinations like psychology, political science, and whatnot. So trust me, any subject is good until and unless you do it 100%. Okay, so how how to become CBT? You don't so cognitive behavioral therapist. So basically, you actually learn CBT. You actually become a psychologist. Then you actually can gain a little bit of in-depth knowledge about CBT, and you can become a therapist for behavioral therapy. There is literal no one on YouTube who teaches BA psychology. I know there's nobody. So I have a deep interest in neuroscience and psychology. Okay, so which is wonderful. They are very new field, and I would say it'll be really nice. So I'm thinking of applying to UK for psychology and neuroscience. Any suggestions? That'd be a great idea, and I think you should definitely go for that. But if you're thinking to apply abroad, I think you should have thought of it a year ago. I mean, the admission procedure takes a bit of time, and then you have to go through a lot of things. So I hope that you've kept that in mind. It will be a great idea, specifically when you do it from outside India. It's always a great exposure. So I think it'll be good. You should go for it. Um, BSc psychology, BA psychology, BA psychology. We have two masters. See, the point is that if you have a keen interest in psychology, the thing is, Mahant Kumar ji, the thing is that अगर आपको psychology में ही कुछ आगे करना है, तो ट्रस्ट मी ग्रेजुएशन लेवल की पढ़ाई उसके लिए कुछ भी नहीं होती है. आपको आगे जाके पढ़ाई करनी ही पड़ेगी. आपको उस सब्जेक्ट की डीपर नॉलेज लेनी ही पड़ेगी. अगर आप सोचेंगे कि मैं सिर्फ ग्रेजुएशन करके उसमें सफिशिएंट इंफॉर्मेशन ले चुका हूँ, मुझे और ज़रूरत नहीं है, देन आई हैव टू अनफॉर्चुनेटली से कि वो आपका जो अजम्पशन है वो गलत है. आपको चीज़ों को और डीपर लेवल पे पढ़ के, समझ के, सोच के आगे करना पड़ेगा. मोरओवर साइकोलॉजी में तो भी देख सकते हैं जहाँ पे मैंने लिखा था व्हाई शुड यू नॉट चूज साइकोलॉजी. ठीक है, सो वहां पे भी आई हैव स्पोकन अबाउट इट कि इफ यू आर बिल्डिंग अप अ करियर इन साइकोलॉजी इट टेक्स टाइम. मतलब कि आप साइकोलॉजिस्ट तो बन जाते हो मास्टर्स करने के बाद, बट आप एक सक्सेसफुल साइकोलॉजिस्ट बनते बनते आई थिंक यू हैव टू गिव इट एटलीस्ट 7-8 years ऑफ योर लाइफ. इट्स लाइक आप डॉक्टर तो बन गए हो, जैसे आप जनरल फिजिशियन भी बन गए, अगर आप किसी हॉस्पिटल के साथ एसोसिएटेड नहीं हो और अगर आप अपनी इंडिपेंडेंट प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो एज ए जनरल फिजिशियन, तो आपको भी अपना नाम बनाते बनाते, लोगों को पहचान होते होते थोड़ा तो वक्त लगता है ना। इन द सेम वे साइकोलॉजी में भी लोग आपको जानेंगे, समझेंगे, देखेंगे, आपके पास आएंगे, आपको और केसेस मिलेंगे, रेफर होंगे। ये सब करते 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 एक समय लगता है। Ma'am, I want to become PGD psychology teacher. That's a wonderful idea. We need more of teachers as more and more schools are coming up with psychology now. Is neuroscience just for BSc? No, that's a myth. That's not a thing. You can do BS. You can do neuroscience even after your BA psychology or MA psychology. That's a myth. So, Nidhi, can you please tell how to apply? Okay, that's their personal conversation. So, is neuroscience and psychology dual degree available in India? So, in neuroscience, ग्रेजुएशन लेवल पे तो कुछ नहीं होता है, बट मास्टर्स लेवल पे कोई डुअल डिग्री नहीं होती है. इट्स एन इंडिपेंडेंट individual degree that you achieve and go for. So it's a two different thing altogether. So ma'am, please tell me about psychology in medical field. So psychology और medicine का रिलेशन सिर्फ साइकेट्री में होता है इस वक्त तो. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट ये साइकोलॉजी, अगर मैं साइकोलॉजिस्ट की बात करूं तो उसका मेडिसिन से कोई रिलेशन नहीं है. अगर आप एक साइकेट्रिस्ट हैं तो आपका मेडिकल फील्ड से रिलेशन है. देन आपके पास जब पेशेंट्स आएंगे तब आप उनको दवाइयाँ प्रिस्क्राइब करेंगे, आप उनको थेरेपी नहीं करेंगे. ठीक है. सो ये एक फर्क होता है. और अगर आप थेरेपिस्ट साइकोलॉजिस्ट बन जाते हैं, सो इन सच अ केस आप पेशेंट की नीड्स को देख करके उनके साथ सेशंस लेते हो, उनको हेल्प करते हो, उनको ट्रीट करते हो, उनको सपोर्ट करते हो और उनको इवेंचुअली इंडिपेंडेंट बनाते हो, सो दैट इन फ्यूचर जब भी वो कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम्स का सामना करें, दे शैल बी सफिशिएंट इनफ टू टेक केयर ऑफ देमसेल्व्स. ओके. Teresa is saying, ma'am, BA psychology honors अच्छा है या BA psychology or for deep knowledge? Ma'am, can you please tell me? I want to become psychologist with subjects. Okay. So Pranika, Teresa, psychology honors is something which I suggest to each and every student, because उसमें क्या होता है, आप honors course करते हो, आप deeper knowledge obtain करते हो एक subject के बारे में. So I always suggest children to actually go for honors. Even if you get an opportunity to choose between applied and honors, go for honors. Even though I would not say applied is a bad subject, it's just that applied में आपको field work के ज़्यादा exposure करवा दिए जाते हैं. But there again, there's no harm in doing applied also. Applied is equally good. It's equally available. और बहुत अच्छी यूनिवर्स, I mean DU में तो है ही of course. बहुत अच्छे colleges में भी है. So you can do that. I'm currently in 12th grade. We'll start the application process now. Okay, wonderful. So, ma'am, I read somewhere in CBT we prescribe medicine, but according to ethics, a psychologist doesn't prescribe medicine. No, beta, I think then you might have misread it somewhere, but that's not a case, not at all a scene that you do not prescribe medicine. Okay. So, please rectify that. So, can we prescribe medicine? No, not at all. So, in future, I do MA and PhD, then can I do a part-time job in psychology? So, when you do so much, you don't have to do part-time job, then you can obtain a full-time job and you can work as a full-fledged psychologist right after your master's in psychology, and you can pursue your PhD as part-time or as a distant level. So you can do all of that. So you can practice absolutely successfully, do whatever you want to do in the area of psychology right after your master's in psychology. और उससे पहले पार्ट टाइम जॉब्स, ऑफ कोर्स एज आई सेड कि देयर आर फ्यू अपॉर्चुनिटीज जहाँ पे आपको ले लेते हैं, बट देयर आर वेरी लेस. और हो सकता है कि पार्ट टाइम जॉब आप जो ऑब्टेन भी करो वो हो सकता है साइकोलॉजी में ना हो. दैट इज ऑल्सो पॉसिबल. Some of the best colleges for India, some of the best colleges for universities, I can tell you. So Sunidhi, you have Mumbai University, you have NMIMNS, something like that. You have that's also in Mumbai. Then you have Christ, you have DU, you have BHU, you have Punjab University. Then you have I think Manasthali. These are few of the very, very good universities in India. And if you pass out from these institutions, it's very prestigious. For that matter, CU, Calcutta University, is also pretty prestigious. मतलब आपको बहुत इज्जत मिलेगी आप यहाँ से निकल के जाते हो तो. Okay, ma'am, I want to become a psychology PGT teacher. The English, political science, psychology subject is right for my. Yeah, that's not a problem. You can do that also. Because, anyways, I mean, if you want to become a psychology PGT, then, the thing is that you have to have master's degree in psychology. That's a mandatory qualification. Okay, of course, along with B.Ed, which you definitely needed. सो तो तुमको करना ही पड़ेगा, इसीलिए ऑफ कोर्स तुम पहले ये करना, ग्रेजुएशन कर लो किसी में भी, मास्टर्स साइकोलॉजी में करो, फिर बीएड करो, एंड देन यू कैन इजीली वर्क एज अ साइकोलॉजी टीचर एनीवेयर इन एनी स्कूल्स, इंडिया और एनीवेयर फॉर दैट मैटर. Have honors only, yes, honors have one specific subject, and उस subject के और disciplines, I mean discipline in a sense कि उसके और variations होते हैं उसमें. Hi Himani, how are you doing dear? How counseling psychologist is different from clinical psychologist? That's a most frequently asked question. So clinical psychologists, they basically deal with a little more complicated problems. This is something that you need to, for a timing, understand. Okay, this is it. Hi ma'am, is there any entrance exam for BA honor psychology like the? No, not this year, dear. Is Amity not good? Amity is good, but Amity is not as good as the university names that I've just taken. So yes, I would suggest that. Is psychology and neuroscience available together in India for BSc? No, I don't think so, Sunidhi. Ma'am, after masters, should I prefer MPhil or directly PhD? Shivangi, totally depends what your ambitions are. If you want to become a clinical psychologist, then go for MPhil. If you want to, just obtain a degree of doctorate, then you go for PhD. And if you also want to work as a professor in some university or something like that, then you go for PhD straight away. You don't have to go for MPhil in between. Okay. What questions do colleges ask in undergraduate? So it depends, which interview you're actually appearing for, which university is it. If it's private university, usually the questions are very, lame also. And for that matter, they want to know more about you as a candidate. So आपको उसी डायरेक्शन में आगे करना है और आगे बढ़ना है, और इसी तरीके से अपने बारे में, why you want to take up psychology, what do you understand by psychology, maybe something related to your class 12 syllabus. So this is it, nothing beyond that they're going to ask you, because they obviously know कि आपकी knowledge अभी तक class 12 के syllabus तक ही restricted है. तो वो आपको लोड नहीं करते हैं, they don't bother you with extra information and they don't expect also. But yes, they want to know कि आप किस तरह की personality है, वो एक चीज वो लोग हो सकता है जरूर आपसे पूछें. Pranika is asking what you say about GJU, Guru Jambeshwar University of Science and Technology in Hisar, Haryana. Pranika, I'm not very sure of that. To be very honest, I'm getting to hear this for a very first time. Yeah, channel Kaustav is saying, ye channel laga dala to like. Thank you, Kaustav. That's my husband, guys. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. You're clear. Or most welcome, dear. Most welcome. Ma'am, can you please tell me? I want to become psychologist with subjects. Yeah, I will be talking about that. Hello, ma'am. Next topic: how to handle. Okay, that's my husband, guys. See, he's taunting me over here on the comment section. So you got to do something about it. Most welcome, Manthan. You're most welcome. The after masters, should we do any jobs or work we get from college placements? So Gunjan, it's a myth. There are hardly any college placements that happen. Okay, it is clearly a myth that most of the people have, because ये जो यूनिवर्सिटीज होती हैं, स्पेशली जो प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटीज होती हैं, वो बहुत लंबे लंबे वादे करते हैं कि आपकी हम प्लेसमेंट करवा देंगे, बट ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. ट्रस्ट मी, you really have to work your ass off to make your life in it. Okay, so you definitely can take up any job, but do not depend yourself for the college placement, to be very honest and brutal on your face right now. मैम मेरे पास 11th-12th में साइकोलॉजी नहीं थी, तो मुझे कॉलेज में कोई प्रॉब्लम बिल्कुल नहीं आएगी, क्योंकि कॉलेज के फर्स्ट ईयर में जो भी पढ़ाई होती है वो 11th-12th की ही होती है, सो देयर विल नॉट बी एनी प्रॉब्लम, इट्स ओके, दैट्स एब्सोल्युटली फाइन। ऑलराइट, सो आई विल स्टार्ट दैट हाउ टू चूज अ राइट करियर गाइस। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, आप जब क्लास 10th में होते हैं तो आप लोगों के लिए बहुत सारी साइकोलॉजिकल टेस्टिंग्स अवेलेबल होती है जो हेल्प करती है आपको अपना करियर चूज करने में, ठीक है, विच इज अ वेरी वेरी गुड थिंग। आई थिंक इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड योर एप्टीट्यूड। देर इज नो हार्म, अगर आपने एप्टीट्यूड टेस्टिंग नहीं करी है तो ऑनलाइन जाकर के चेक कर लेना, बहुत सारे ऐसे पोर्टल्स है जहाँ पे एप्टीट्यूड टेस्टिंग वो फ्री में करवा देते हैं। जस्ट गो इन देयर, चेक इट आउट, क्या है क्या नहीं है, और वहीं से सारा सॉर्ट हो जाएगा, कोई ऐसी टेंशन की बात है भी नहीं। ओके, दूसरी बात, yes your interest has to be there in the area in which you want to work। मतलब कि अगर आपका मन नहीं है जिस चीज को आप कर रहे हो, तो ट्रस्ट मी, मतलब आपको एक दिन एक साल जैसा लगेगा। ये बहुत बड़ी चीज है कि आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि आप जो कर रहे हो उसमें आपको मजा आ रहा है। मतलब साइकोलॉजी के अंदर भी कितनी सारी चीजें हैं, काउंसलिंग है, टीचिंग है, ट्रेनिंग है, इतनी सारी चीजें हैं, तो उसमें भी हो सकता है कि आपको काउंसलिंग में मजा आए, हो सकता है कि आपको ट्रेनिंग में मजा आए, हो सकता है कि आपको टीचिंग में मजा आए। तो आपको वो सारे एस्पेक्ट्स को आइडेंटिफाई करना है। कैसे करोगे, ये आपको समझना है कि आप, हो सकता है इंटर्नशिप पीरियड के अंदर अपने आप को यू नो यू आइडेंटिफाइड, इंटर्नशिप करते हुए मुझे वो करने में बड़ा मजा आ रहा था, आई वाज एंजॉयिंग दैट अ लॉट, तो उसी को मैं आगे परस्यू करना चाहता हूँ या चाहती हूँ, एंड देन यू टेक इट फॉरवर्ड। और व्हेन दैट डजंट हैपन, देन आप लोग जो है बात कर सकते हो कई लोगों से। आई मीन पीपल लाइक मी, वी आर ऑल रनिंग आवर यूट्यूब चैनल्स एंड डूइंग सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट you can speak to us, you can come comment, ask us a question, and we will be more than happy to tell you। तीसरी और बहुत जरूरी चीज कि आपको कोई भी, मतलब अगर आप ये सोचते हैं कि दूसरों ने जो किया है हम भी वही करेंगे और उस फॉर्मूले को यूज करके आप आगे बढ़ने की कोशिश करेंगे गाइस, तो वो आपकी जिंदगी की सबसे बड़ी गलती होगी। आपको दूसरों का फॉर्मूला इस्तेमाल नहीं करना है, इस चीज को बहुत अच्छे से याद रखिए, बिकॉज फॉर्मूला जो उसके लिए काम किया है जरूरी नहीं है कि वो फॉर्मूला आपके लिए भी काम करेगा। And I think that's the most important thing that you need to keep in mind, that your formula of success is different. Your formula of happiness is different. So do not expect that if I become a counseling psychologist, I will be happy forever. हो सकता है कि आपको लोगों को काउंसलिंग करके इतना स्ट्रेस हो जा रहा है कि आप खुद ही परेशान हो जा रहे हो, तो वो आपके लिए नहीं अच्छा सूट कर रहा है, ठीक है। सो यू हैव टू एक्सप्लोर योर फॉर्मूला, यू हैव टू एक्सप्लोर व्हाट वर्क्स फॉर यू। ओके, सो साइकोलॉजी में इंटरेस्ट है, वेल एंड गुड। न्यूरो साइंस में इंटरेस्ट है, वेल एंड गुड। जिस भी चीज में इंटरेस्ट है, आई एम गोना सजेस्ट यू, आई एम गोना recommend you, please go ahead, explore deeper in that, meet more people who are doing that, look into their work who are doing that, speak to the people, ask for work, beg for work, okay, for that matter, even if you have to tell them that I want to do an internship, tell them that I'm okay even if you don't pay me anything, start working on that, okay। That reminds me guys, मेरे पास भी एक internship की opportunity है, if you people are interested then please go check it out, my community post, you will get to see the internship opportunity। If you're eligible then please ping me on my Instagram and I think I'll get back to you on that, okay। um, Also, guys, you need to see what your future goals are, that's very very important। मतलब कि how do you see yourself after 5 years? You see yourself successful, running a very nice car, having a great bank balance, or you're looking at yourself doing a samaj seva, doing help, or you look yourself having a family, or how do you see yourself? I think it's very important for each one of us to ask ourselves very first time that हम अपनी जिंदगी से क्या चाहते हैं। क्योंकि अगर हम तो चाहते हैं एक बहुत ही सक्सेसफुल और बहुत ही हैप्पी और बहुत ही मॉनेटरीली फुलफिलिंग लाइफ, देन आपको उसी हिसाब से अपना करियर को चूज करना है, बिकॉज अदरवाइज I mean, you people know I talk about very openly, and there's a lot of transparency when I speak about money that a psychologist, money that a teacher, money that a different people in profession people make. So it's very important for you to understand that what are your desires, what do you want. अगर आपको तो चाहिए कि मैं पैसे बनाऊं अपनी जिंदगी में एंड आई लिव अ वेरी कंफर्टेबल लाइफ, और आपको नौकरी मिल, आप चाहते हो ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी कि मैं एक एनजीओ में काम करूं, तो ये तो बड़ा दो ऑपोजिट फैक्टर्स हो गए हैं ना, तो ये तो काम नहीं करेंगे ना ठीक से. तो यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट योर इंटरेस्ट एंड योर एम्बिशंस आर इन द सेम डायरेक्शन. ये एक सुपर डुपर इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है. You need to see that what your ambitions are, how do you see yourself after 5 years, 10 years, or whatever, and then I think you should choose your career. Do you want to do you want a struggle for life? Do you want 9 to 5 job? I mean, बहुत लोगों की जिंदगी में बहुत सारे क्राइटेरियाज होते हैं. जैसे मेरी जिंदगी में ये क्राइटेरिया बहुत क्लियर था कि मुझे, आई वांट टू मेक मनी, बट आई डोंट वांट टू मेक मनी एट द कॉस्ट ऑफ माय पीस, at the cost of my time, at the cost of my personal life. There were, I mean, I had these things very very clear in my mind that I am not going to compromise on these factors at least. Okay. I get to see so many opportunities जहाँ पे वो corporate sector की opening होती है, 15 लाख, 18 लाख, 20 लाख का पैकेज होता है. I surely can apply on those, but then I know that if I apply on those profiles, my life, my personal space is going to go out for a toss. और मुझे वो चीजें नहीं चाहिए. So this is the point that I want to make it very clear to you guys कि आपको ये देखना है कि आपको अपनी जिंदगी से क्या चाहिए. आपको अपनी जिंदगी से स्ट्रगल चाहिए, या आपको अपनी जिंदगी से पैसा चाहिए, या आपको अपनी जिंदगी में कंफर्ट चाहिए, या आपको अपनी जिंदगी में टाइम चाहिए. बिकॉज मुझे अपनी लाइफ में टाइम चाहिए. आई वॉट एवर मनी आई मेक, I have a rule that I shall at least be enjoy that money in my life. I shall not, you know, work so hard that I'm not in a position to live that money or enjoy that money in my life. So this is a very clear funda that मेरी जिंदगी में मैं follow करती हूँ. And I think considering that I have chosen a profession of teaching, I do a YouTube. I do a lot of stuff, like I do part-time counselings and everything, but that is not consuming my life. And that's something which is very very important, that you need to realize that things should not be there in your life to an extent that it consumes you. I mean, it stands true for male and female both. हम कहते हैं कि आदमी bread butter earner होता है, ये होता है, वो होता है. But I think everyone deserves the break. Everyone deserves the fact that they should not drill their life to an extent that they forget to live. This is my main whole purpose of speaking about it. So guys, I feel that these are the things which are super duper important while you actually go ahead and pick up a thing for your life. So I will speak about all the questions that you're asking, guys. Please hang in there because I'm almost done with what I wanted to convey to you all. So this is something that जो मुझे आप लोगों से कहना था. I mean, something that I wanted to talk to you all. So yes, please do not follow the rat race. Yes, please understand what makes you happy. Please understand what your aims, your aspirations, your desire. And I think उसके बाद ही you people should take a very sensible call of what do you want to take ahead as your career. Now I am going to move on to the question that people have been asking me out here. It says MSc psychology degree is more privileged than MA. I do live in Gujarat. I do live in Gujarat. Okay, so Shivani, it's again a myth here. Okay, that's not at all a case. What do you want to do after your master's in psychology or MSc psychology? You'll do counseling. You'll take care of clinical psychology. You will become a clinical psychologist. You'll work in schools. You'll work in all of these areas, right? So when you work in all of these areas, it doesn't matter whether you have MSc or MA. All right. All what matters is that you have a master's degree. You have a major in one particular subject. That's what matters. In fact, for that matter, if I speak about the subject also, I think there's only one or two extra subject, like you read about the physiological psychology or something like that in MSc. Apart from that, more or less सारे ही subject same होते हैं. Trust me, कुछ ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं होता है. I am a full-time teacher. I am a full-time so full-time I'm teacher, part-time I'm doing so many things that makes me happy, so many things that makes me relax. So yeah, there are so many things that are there. I want to work under government agencies to research. What should I take in masters? Depend in what area do you want to do your research. Uh, it totally depends upon that. I mean, you want to do a research in microbiology, then you do your studies in microbiology. You want to do your studies in psychology, research in psychology, then you take up psychology. Whatever, I mean, area of research in which you want to do it, you absolutely have to obtain the degree which is related to that, dear. You don't obtain a degree which is any random degree and then you end up going in that field and doing the research. That's not how it things works. What do you think about CBSE will give? So CBSE has given a very clear guidelines, Anushka. So whether you want it or don't want it, आपके 10th 11th के मार्क्स काउंट होने वाले हैं, तो उसमें हम कुछ कर नहीं सकते हैं. तो जो है वो है. I mean, CBSE is not manipulating anything. CBSE is actually come up with a very objective criteria of subjective criteria of analyzing the scores. So no comments. Hi, Amanpreet. Um, Manish is asking, I want to choose psychology in my graduation. Is it worth? It's absolutely worth, Manish. This is what I was talking about, that everything is worth if you are keen to do that. Can I get good career options in psychology? Yes, you do get good career options in psychology. Again, it depends. You can get into training, you can get into corporate sector, you can do so many stuff. So yeah, absolutely. सिद्धि saying, मैम समझ नहीं आ रहा है, साइकोलॉजी भी सोचा है. हाँ, so it's okay. So I think keep your options open. It's a good idea that you have multiple options out there. Okay? So it's always a good idea, guys. Please keep that in mind. It's a fantastic idea to have plan A and plan B. So don't feel कि अरे मैं इसमें और उसमें कंफ्यूज हूँ, क्योंकि अभी रिजल्ट आने के बाद क्या होता है, कैसे एडमिशन मिलेगा, कहाँ मिलेगा, वो तो और बात वो है ना, कंडीशन है ना. तो इसीलिए कीप योर बोथ द ऑप्शंस ओपन. प्लान ए भी रखो, प्लान बी भी रखो. प्लान ए फॉलो करो अगर ऐसा होगा, तो प्लान बी फॉलो करो अगर वैसा होगा. तो इट्स अ वंडरफul idea to have two plans. Good. Should not feel bad about it. I'm happy that you do have. So, hi Ankita Sahu, how are you, dear? Ma'am, I've chosen commerce. Can I take psychology in my graduation? Absolutely. You can take psychology in your graduation. There's no doubt about it. There's a video on my channel, frequently asked question. Go watch it. You'll get all the clarity. Ma'am, I'm not interested in clinical psychology, but I'm very much interested in reading people's mentality and knowing different types of people mentally. Should I take? so, so it's a kind of a myth, okay? What you're talking about. So you don't read people's mentality, you read people's behavior. Or it's not even that you read, you study. Okay? So there's a difference between you read and you study. You study based on the past pattern of behaviors. Okay? Reading means अभी किसी ने कुछ किया, मैंने देखा, मैंने बोल दिया. तो आप साइकोलॉजी में रीडिंग्स नहीं करते हो बेटा. इट्स अ मिथ. ओके, प्लीज क्लैरिफाई द थिंग्स इन योर हेड. इस तरह से साइकोलॉजी के अंदर काम नहीं होता है. साइकोलॉजी में प्रिडिक्शन ऑफ बिहेवियर्स होते हैं, या डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ बिहेवियर्स होते हैं, या अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ बिहेवियर्स होते हैं बेस्ड ऑन कि आपने उस इंसान के पास्ट पैटर्न की पढ़ाई करी है, आपने उस इंसान के जुड़े लोगों से बातचीत करी है, समझा है क्यों है, कैसे है, क्या है. तो इस तरह से इतनी डिटेल में जब हम जाते हैं, तब जाके हमें उस इंसान के बिहेवियर के बारे में पता चलता है. व्हाट आर द कॉजेस, व्हाट आर द रीजंस, एवरीथिंग दैट्स रिलेटेड टू दैट. So I hope that helps you, and I hope that clears all your doubt and myths that you have in it. Okay. So Ria is asking, hey, I'm undergraduate student with psychology subject and I want masters in psychology. Please can you tell me MSc is best or MA is best? So there is no difference, dear. No difference at all. Just do whatever you're getting. Do it from a good university. And don't feel there is no discrimination as far as I know when you apply for jobs, whether you have MSc or MA. कोई discrimination नहीं होता है. तो दोनों ही at par होते हैं. My name is Riddhi. Thank you, Riddhi, for letting me your name. It might be really weird for you to read articted I don't know if I'm even saying it right, but then yeah, it is very. Anyways, love your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you, Riddhi. Thank you so much for being there and watching all my videos if you are. मैम साइकोलॉजी में जब जाओ बीए स्पेनिश में जाओ डिजिटल मीडिया एंड डिजाइन एंड डिजिटल मार्केटिंग ज्वाइन करो कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है मैम So you know what, Kanika, you're blessed that you have so many options, you have so many choices in front of you. I'm going to suggest that apply for all of these places and I think then you decide. हो सकता है ना कि साइकोलॉजी में एडमिशन बहुत ही चिंदी कॉलेज में मिले, वो तुम चाहती ना हो, स्पेनिश में बहुत अच्छा हो जाए, मीडिया में कुछ और हो जाए, तो आई वुड सजेस्ट कि ट्राई आउट योर लक इन ऑल द डायरेक्शंस. ठीक है. One more doubt. What should I do? I'm interested in clinical psychology and wanted to do teaching psychology. So it's fine, just complete your degree in clinical psychology. So it's the same. So you have to do MPhil when you are interested in clinical psychology. MPhil करने के बाद बीएड कर लेना, बीएड के बाद तुम टीचिंग भी कर सकती हो, या एमफिल करते करते तुम यूनिवर्सिटी में एज असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर भी काम कर सकती हो, वहीं से पीएचडी भी कर लेना, तो टीचिंग भी हो जाएगी, क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजी भी हो जाएगी, लगे हाथ सब कुछ हो जाएगा. तो उसमें तो कोई प्रॉब्लम भी नहीं है. दैट्स अ वेरी सिंपल थिंग. या सो you asked a very simple question, Ankita. So guys, if in case you people have any more doubt, please drop me. I'm going to wait for next 2 more minutes and I think uske baad I will start to wind up my live session for the day. And what's that, Anushka? You have a kitten in a bucket. In a box, not in a bucket. That's a cute emoji. In case you people want to ask me, I think Amanpreet, that has been the most wonderful thing that I get to hear. When I said that you people want to ask me, you write, how are you? And I think I'm really touched with that. I need it. Getting a little emotional. But yes, thank you so much for asking me, Amanpreet. I am absolutely not very well. I mean, a little lost. But yeah, keeping up as much as I can. Yes, I would say that. Thank you, Ankita. Wonderful sessions each day, ma'am. Thank you, Pranika. You make my day. Kangan, it's been long. I'm interested in psychology. Are there other fields also which I should try? If yes, then which one? Kanika, you can try. I mean, you need to see what you're interested in. If you're a humanities student, then whatever subjects you've had in your 12th, you can try out your luck in the same subjects for your graduation too. That's a very simple one. Ma'am, के result I जाएगा. Didn't make a little sense, and Kanika, but I think you're saying kal result aa jayega, right? This is what you're trying to say. So yes. Maybe we're getting a result tomorrow. You never know. I might come live also once you people receive the result, so that I get to ask you all about your result. What do you say? That should I come on live when you have your results being announced? Hi, Disha. You want me to come live when you have your result being announced over there? Please let me know. I think I'm going to put up a poll for that. Disha, you're too late. You're absolutely too late. Okay. I'll think of it. If like I'll have a bit of time, then I think I will come and let's have a session, yaar. देखते हैं कितने लोग खुश होते हो, क्या होता है, क्या सीन होता है. I mean, it's going to be a big day tomorrow. मतलब 2 साल की मेहनत रंग लाएगी बॉस, तुम लोगों की तो 1 साल की भी नहीं है. 2 साल की मेहनत रंग ला रही है. So yes, I think we should, and I'm gonna keep that in mind कि मैं शाम की तरफ थोड़ा free रहूँ, so that अगर होता है तो फटाफट, और मे बी दिन में भी अगर होता है तो whenever the result gets announced. So yes, though my result was out in 2020. How come? Oh, Pranika, let's see कल क्या होता है. So yes, it may be out tomorrow. चलो guys, I'll take a leave now and I'll see you. It depends, कल result आता है तो कल मिलेंगे, अगर जिस दिन भी for that matter result आएगा हम उसी दिन मिलेंगे फिर, ठीक है? तो ये तय रहा. Then I'm gonna catch up with you guys the day we get our results. So take care of yourself. If it's Saturday, then Saturday. If it's Friday, it's Friday. Then be it. Whatever it is, basically, we are catching up on the day of your exam. You people take care of yourself. Do not stress yourself. It makes no sense. जो होना है वो हो चुका है. अब stress लेके वैसे भी कोई फायदा नहीं है. जो होगा वो अच्छा होगा. अपने आप को relax करो. Tension लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. And I will see you all on the day of your result. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Good night.